that sense of joy and optimism and wonder that children have for the world around us. Well, I think that people, even as they grow up, appreciate that so much in other people. You see, I was listening to this podcast from Chris Williamson, and he had Robert Greene on, the author of some of the most famous books, the 48 Laws of Power, the Laws of Human Nature, Seduction, all these big, thick, books about how to understand the mind of humans, basically. And this podcast that I was listening to, he talked about how it seems that everybody thinks being cynical is somehow superior. How optimism is equated with childishness or with naivety, but it's not. And everybody deep down really enjoys somebody. They like somebody they can spend time with who is optimistic, who is someone that just takes a sense of joy from being alive, from the things that they do. And this is kind of shocking to me, and maybe even to you, that the guy who wrote these Machiavellian style, this is how you get into the minds of people and get them to do your bidding and all this stuff, is a proponent for this open joy and wonder for life. And I fully believe that this is the best way to live. Because I even have friends, personally, that they just have this up energy to them. They're kind, but they're not they're kind, but not the type where you're gonna get taken advantage of because they don't know any better. No, they can be serious, and they know that the world is not some perfect place. But knowing that and still choosing to see the bright side, the hope in the things around them, is what so many people adore and are attracted to. And in this modern day, cynicism is rampant. Everybody thinks that being cynical means that they're intelligent. It means that they're smart. But think about the most popular characters for anime and stuff. All of them are these hopeful, joyous, optimistic guys who have such big goals, and they're gonna achieve it, being the pirate king or the Hokage, whatever. They're all they have this pep in their step as they go through life. And I think it's because, again, people like to see that. People enjoy being around that person, if, through a screen. And I like being around people like that. And I feel like I'm more fun to be around when I'm being like that, rather than trying to be this almost cold, calculating figure that is supposed to be the Sigma guy who he works in the shadows. He doesn't let anybody know his plans. He's got all the chess pieces worked out, even though no one likes him. He just stands alone, and the only reason that he makes this up is to cope with the fact that people don't want to spend time with him. And he thinks that the reason is because, it's because they're all dumb, or that I don't have this random quality. When really, it's just because their mindset is so messed up. They're only thinking about all the bad things, all the things that they need to manipulate, all the things they need to control. It's dude, just chill out. Be a chill guy. And I know that's easier said than done. If you're naturally more of a person that has a silent disposition, you can't just randomly change your entire personality. I understand that. But at the same time, I think it can help to just change your mindset, if not slowly, maybe by writing things down, things you're grateful for, things you're hopeful for. Listen to good news. There are so many YouTube channels or websites or subreddits that focus purely on just good news, because there is some. I know it seems like, because news is always associated with bad stuff, what shooting happened, what climate change is doing to us, animals, all that stuff. But there is good news, if you just need to find it. What else? What else can I mention to you, beautiful person? And if you're shy, completely shy, introverted person like me, then I made a full, entire guide going through everything that you need to know in order to be a social person. And this isn't some sort of like gay thing where it's like, oh, you need to take 2 showers a day and brush your teeth in this way and by this tongue scraper. And when you're in a conversation with someone, you need to look at their eyes, then their lips, then their nose, then their 2 ears back to back, then the other eye. And that's how you're going to be able to get them to be attracted to you, or something so goofy like that. So go check it out. I think it'll be worth your while, but don't feel pressured. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I could mention about how optimism is really the key. I mean, think about it. Usually at the party, the people that are the most involved, the most upbeat, are the ones that attract the most attention. And I'm living proof of that. The parties that I go to where I'm absolutely having a blast, just openly like having fun with people, complimenting them, dancing to my heart's content, are the ones where people like being around me the most. And I know it can also be the most terrifying, because as introverts, this is like worst case scenario, code red. But I wish that I could just download my mindset into yours for how, I don't know if that's how you say sentences in English, in a way that allows you to understand just how important being openly excited and optimistic in an environment can help you. Now, obviously, don't take this to some sort of cartoonish extreme where you're smiling constantly and you're like, oh boy, I love this, I love that. Obviously, then you're just faking it, and that looks like a cartoon character, and no one likes that. But simply go through the day with, how is this good? How is this beneficial to me? How can I learn from this? Why is the world so beautiful? I mean, genuinely, I'm looking outside my window right now and it's green. We got like some clouds, blue sky. It's great. And I'm sure that if you were to pause this video and just look around your room or wherever you are watching this, you would find so many cool and beautiful things that either show the beauty of nature or the beauty of human ingenuity, that we were able to create something like this. I mean, this camera, this phone that I'm using, this is a marvel of technology that people 2,000 years ago would think was literal magic. They would think the gods had made this thing. And here I am using it to speak to you. It's incredible. You see how it's not like I'm putting on some cartoonish optimistic face. I'm just showing open appreciation for the things around me. And you can do that just as well as me, if not better. And of course, you're gonna still have people that don't like you if you're optimistic, because some people just naturally don't vibe with that, although I'd argue that it's probably because they have their own problems that they need to work out, and seeing somebody who is optimistic reminds them of their own problems. But regardless, folks won't always appreciate a person who's being optimistic, who's showing such genuine, open enjoyment. But that's fine, because I'm sure you probably don't want to be friends with them anyway. I mean, I wouldn't. A person that's always cynical, that's always upset about something, that's always complaining, is not somebody that is gonna bring good energy, good vibes to your life. So I wouldn't even associate with them, honestly. All right, well, that's about it. So Remember, take action, learn from failure. See ya.